Well, hello Rusty gang, and welcome to the new build. Today we're gonna start the FA-18 Hornet Swiss Air Force Italeri kit in 1/72 scale. This kit originally was released in 1980. It got reboxed and reissued several times and was re-released with new parts. And the version I'm building right now is from 2016. When it was released with those Swiss Air Force markings. So this version is specially for that 2014 air show in Payern. Alright? Now this kit contains I don't know how many parts because it's not written anywhere and I didn't count them. But there are not too many because the kit is not highly detailed. Now I would like to say that this was another just for fun build. The hashtag JFFChat, like JFF chat, means you just simply build a chat, alright? That is taking place on Twitter, my friends, and because of the lack of details of this kit, I decided to spice it up with some aftermarket accessoires. Okay guys, so before we start the build, I just quickly want to show you something that arrived last week, alright? Here we go. This is the first unofficial test run of Rusty Scale Show stickers, alright? They are strictly limited, very limited edition. It was a test run to see how the quality works out. The quality is fine, it's not perfect, so I want to adjust it a little bit more because we got more to come, okay? This is not all, this is not everything yet. This is just the first test run, alright? But it's already nice, they're round, and it says Chris Weyer presents the Rusty Scale Show. And I pimped up the logo a little bit. There's a P51 now in there. As I said, the quality is not 100% as I want it because, you know, for you guys, for the gang, everything must be in a very neat, very tight condition, alright? It's good, they're good, but not perfect yet. But anyhow, I want to share this with you guys. And lately we activated the super thanks. Now the super thanks you find down there, there's a button which says thanks and there's a heart. So if you find the video interesting or funny, it makes you laugh or cry, or if you just want to show some love to the channel because there's a heart there, you can give me a super thanks, choose the amount, and give me a message or place a comment. You will also have the chance to get some of those limited edition Rusty Scale Show stickers, alright? So whoever give me a thanks, you will get some of those stickers. And not only that, okay, this is just the first run, we have more to come, alright? Trust me, I'm not kidding. So enough talking, let's start the build. Alright, build update. I just started the build. I glued together the first parts here. That's for the pilot seat. And I'm hyped because I'm working with this my first 3D printed parts here. On one side, there's the pilot seat that I got. And I'm using one of those, or I'm trying to use one of those pilots of this pilot set here. Both the two pieces are from Def Models. That's the 3D printed pilot seat. Very, very detailed. That's the original pilot seat of the kit. So if we compare those two, yeah, we can see there's quite a difference. All right, then here's the pilot saying hello. I have to cut him off. I didn't do it yet. And now I have to modify this cockpit piece here where the instruments are on both sides, because I will use, hold on, I will use this here of Edward, the Edward set. I'm trying to translate the Edward instructions to the Italeri build instructions, because here they mention parts which are not available in the kit. And I guess it's because this is for the F-18F Super Hornet. But Actually, I'm building the FA18 Hornet, so it's not exactly the same. So I just use whatever it's possible when I got a good feeling, or like, yeah, at least 70% of a good feeling. I'll try to use those parts and make them fit, and if not, then not. Okay, so now I have to sand away these instruments, and for that I will use my sanding tool. Let's go, baby. Yeah, this sanding tool really comes in handy if it comes to some conversions, or you have to, you know, sand away some parts, cut away some parts. Comes in very handy. I can very much recommend it. I use those PE parts, of course, PE parts for the that cockpit console. P parts are okay, but it's not that exciting, you know? It's okay. They are not colored, so you have to paint over it. Oh. Where did it go? Now, where is it? Come on, under there or behind here? No? Ah, I know. It could be in my... yeah. This side? Damn. This is my Revel saw. These are resin parts, so, you know, I was trying to pay attention. Used water, watered it all the time. Did some wet sanding. I don't have really like a wet sanding set or something. That's something that I'm still missing, but I don't have it yet. I just used water to make sure there's no dust from that resin. You know, it can harm. It will harm. It will harm you. So make sure when you work with resin, pay attention. Priming everything is always a good thing. That's the first half. And that's the second half. After using the sanding tool, a bit of cleaning, now you can see the fit is not perfect, but it doesn't matter because, yeah, there's the exhaust nozzle over it. Now, painting the interior, always a great step, you know? The first painting on the new project. I love it. Painting the small parts. Everything inside the cockpit was smoke black. I used smoke black. I don't like to use like black, the real black, too much on models. I think it's like kind of too hard. It's too dark. It's too strong. So I like to use like smoke black, rubber black, any other type of black, you know, which is not this 100% dark black hole. I used the kit's decal for the cockpit over the Edward PE parts. I don't know if that was really a good idea, but I wanted to find out how it looks, how this works out. Although I did it already, and actually I should have known that maybe I could have done it different, but yeah, let's have a look at the beautiful pilot seat. I'm glad how it looks. I painted it as accurate as I could do according to reference photos. Okay, now to paint the inside of the exhaust nozzles, I was checking some reference photos. I did a mix of white skin and, oh no, the mix was wrong. Okay, white skin and wood. You can see the mix. These are the drops, the amount of drops I used. And yeah, I painted the inside of the, what are these? I don't know, the tubes. I hate to paint this type of stuff with the airbrush, bro, really. Copper for the inside. Of course, I'm going to use the dry brush technique. Don't paint, tip it. I call it tipping. I will call this from now on the tipping technique. Sand yellow. And a little piece of sponge. I was just trying to give a little color modulation, a tone variation in there. Now again, my cool mix, wood, skin tone white, chocolate brown came in there. Oops. And I did kind of a glazing technique there, you know. I really thinned down the paint because here is the reference photo that I used. I also used that green blue section, and I wanted to have the section in different tones, so I did that glazing stuff and used different tones, or just go over it at one section one time or two times, and at other section like 5 or 6 times to get different tone variations. Okay, now we get to the pilot's display. These are the P parts from the Edward set. I use glue and glaze from Deluxe Materials. It's a good product. You can also do windshields with this. As they say, I never tried it yet. Usually I have clear parts. I don't need to do my own windshields, but I just had to cut the edges, and that looked fine already. But I'm telling you, it's not the end of the story with this. It's not the end of the story with the pilot's display. But now it was time to assemble those nozzles, or the tubes first. It didn't fit properly, so I had to sand away. Oh my god, this is so loud! Now I thought I have to sand here. But the problem are those pin marks. I got to get these away, man. Hey, this is cool. This is the Mengs Superfine Buffer. It's a glass sanding file. It's made out of glass. And you can buff the stuff, but you can also sand it. It's quite versatile. And afterwards, it gives everything that shine, you know? Alright guys, it's definitely time for another build update. Yeah, first the cockpit. I was very happy about those aftermarket parts. Then I had this display here, the original display, which is not included in the kit, but in the Eduard PE set. Now obviously it's missing here because I had to rip it off. The clear part, the canopy, wouldn't fit because it's too big. Now I was just testing if I don't place it here, but move it a little bit further to the console here, that smaller canopy part will fit. Then I had the exact same problem with the pilot seat. The second clear part wouldn't fit because the pilot seat is too big. Put it here. So what I did is I cut it away, the base here. Oops. So what I did is I cut away the thing down here. I think it's the life jacket, so he don't has no more rescue items. Now it fits, but I have to really lean it. I have to lean the seat back all the way back. And he goes to autopilot and he can chill a bit because otherwise the cockpit wouldn't fit. That's one thing. Then I put the body together, including the already painted exhaust nozzles. The fitting of the body is not too bad. I mean, it's not perfect over here. It's not perfect over here. I had to sand quite a bit because here the fitting was quite bad. So I assembled the two holders, these small things here. I hope they're assembled in the correct way. And also the air intakes. This kit offers raised and recessed panel lines. Most of them are raised, especially here. There are some detailed raised panel lines, and I don't want to sand everything away because then I'll just have a plain surface, which I don't really like. I'm getting ready to assemble the two stabilizers. Unfortunately, they don't fit in here. I first have to make them fit, means sanding down. So here I do got the two exhaust nozzles. They are already painted, but I'll leave them. I just assemble them later after the paint job. Now I had this 3D printed waving pilot here, which I plan to use. But if I place the guy on the pilot seat here, not much will be visible of the pilot seat. So I thought I'd leave the pilot. Not only that, the main reason was that the fitting issue. I don't think I could make the pilot fit in here, especially because I don't know if the camera can catch it, but I also used some of the Eduard PE parts for the foot pedals. So the space is very limited down here. So I don't know where the pilot could have put his legs without cutting them, which I didn't want. So I will use the pilot another day. So yeah, I think that's for the update. I will use Mr. Surfacer alongside edges like this here, and then I'll be ready to prime and paint.
Yay! Let's go!
I hope the canopy fits, I guess, but I don't know exactly. Shall we find out? This was the part of the build when I start realizing
The fiddly
this
thing,
could
eh?
go wrong.
Again.
It could all go very wrong.
Yes. Yes, it's okay.
So, Jesus. Okay. So after assembling the pilot's display for the second time and get it more closer to the edge of the console, I could assemble the cockpit parts. That's when I saw that it's not fitting. There is still a gap. But we are Scale Motors. We got solutions for everything.
Holy Fay 18, bro. Oh my God.
I said it's a just for fun build.
Now it becomes a fun challenge because it's very challenging if this is still fun or not. But I guess, yeah. Okay.
Canopy update. As you saw, it didn't fit. Now I filled those gaps with PVA glue. Brushed it on with a brush. And then start cleaning it before it starts hardening and drying. Because it's PVA glue, you can get it off, but it will be a nasty task. Because you have to take care, you not take away too much. So you still have the covering, but this thing is like, yeah, it's gum, you know, so if you take away a bit, it can happen that you tear everything out.
You know, here now, we are very close. We are very close again. You know, just
Of giving up.
with the construction.
I keep hanging in there, okay? So far, we never ever didn't finish a kit, okay? All the kits I started, I finished them. I will finish this one as well. That'll be the W. Let's go. Okay, guys, now my wife looked at me strange a bit this morning and she asked me if I ordered something from a fishing supplier. These are just my weights. These are just the weights. I was waiting for them so I can assemble the nose.
And we're gonna do it like this.
We have the Trinity. First the small one. Very small. Oops.
Small one. Medium size one. And the big one.
And that's it.